All right, everyone. I will start, and just talking a little bit about work and everything now. So I hope everyone is good, as I said to you. Thank you for taking your time to be here with me, even if it's virtually. We cannot, have a lot of students at the same time, but I hope that I can help you as much as I can today. So I will just open the presentation here and then we can just start. So everyone can see the Joblinx presentation? Yep. Yes, So I hope that everyone can see. So what I wanted to talk to you today, I just want to start, guys, talking about the way that the job market is at the moment. It's getting better, not as it was before, but just giving you some data and some numbers. For example, more than 32% of business has reduced the number of staff from the past few months. That's a lot, And the good news is, for example, those data are from the Australian government website, and they are having hope that from the week ending on 1st of May, 9% of the business are expecting to increase the number of staff again. So at least we are not reducing anymore, is stable or are increasing, as a lot of cafes and restaurants are open again, retail stores. So at least we are in a situation right now that we don't need to feel like, oh my God, Of course, there are risks for everyone, but as you can see in the graph, for example, at the beginning of April, every single business was expecting to decrease, was more than 28% of the business when you see the graph on 3rd of April. But right now, from the beginning of May, you can see that big chances for these increases to happen, that is 90%. So it's just some average numbers that I would like to give you to not make you feel, oh my God, nothing is happening. But all right, so everyone probably says, Juliana, I want to find a job, help me. So I just add here, for example, some companies that are hiring at the moment. And these companies probably would be the best companies for you to target them right now. For example, Woolworths, at the beginning of May, they launched probably 20,000 applications for people, and that including part-time, casual work, of course, full-time. Domino's is just hiring more than 2,000 people to work as a deliverer because they need a lot of people. Telstra and Optus are looking for a lot of people to work in call centers because most of the call centers in India and in Philippines are shut down, and they are looking for people here in Australia to work on that. Cleaners, everyone is very paying attention to personal hygiene right now. So cleaning offices, houses is a good opportunity for you to find. And of course, like logistic labor work they are looking for. So those data is from LinkedIn on 23rd of April, and those businesses are looking for people to work at the moment. Not just only full-time, but part-time, that I'll show you later as well in another slide. Some jobs that are at the moment here in Brisbane. So this is another data, guys, that is from the website from the government, and it's showing like all the places that are having jobs at the moment: supermarkets, food productions, meat manufacturing, seafood processing, dairy manufacturing, fruit and vegetable processing, bakery products. So those business right now is the business that you need to focus on. Maybe even if I know that when you come to Australia, most of you are working in hospitality or just working in hotels. At the moment, there are not a lot of demand for those kind of jobs, because even if the restaurants are open again, even if like some cafes are open again, most of the staff that are working there at the moment are previous staff. They are not hiring a lot. So for this reason, if you need a job right now, I would encourage you to try to target different areas, because this is the way probably your chance is going to increase to get a job. So this is another data that I just wanted to talk and be more deeper with you. Like this is from the labor market website. Can you see here on the top occupations in demand? They are the top occupations in demand right now. And what is skills those businesses are looking for? Reliable, motivation, teamwork, communication, organization skills, social and people skills. And another thing, recruitment difficulty that I wanted to talk later, that will be my last one, but recruitment methods, how you can find those jobs, online jobs, talking, you know, if you can put in your forehead, I'm looking for a job, this is the way that you are going to get a job as well. But most of those jobs right now, because there are a lot of people looking for a job, would be online job board. You are going to see that online, and that I'll show you where you can find that. And here, what kind of qualification? Probably not much. If you are just working in supermarkets or sales or a cleaner, you don't need to have a bachelor of cleaner. You don't need to have a bachelor of, you know, just to work as a supermarket as a cashier. As long as you have good communication skills, good attitude, that's what they are looking for. But at one point that I want to talk here, as you can see in this pink graphic here, reason for recruitment difficulty, lack of applications. Do you know why? Because most of the time, you guys, not you, any people at the moment are not targeting those jobs. Probably you are not getting successful. Probably you are not getting even a chance for an interview because you are just going to Seek, Career One, or whatever website, and are just giving then one basic resume, and you are thinking that a miracle is going to happen and someone is going to read your pink resume. It's not like that. The recruitment process today is tough. And for you to get at least a chance to get a job today, you need to target some jobs. And that's what I wanted to talk to you right now. It's not just having a basic resume and start sending 10,000 applications at the same time on Seeker. You are going to be rejected. No one is going to see your resume. First of all, because companies today, they don't have the time just to go through your resume and like Juliana or like Brad or like Jacqueline, they wanted to see if the words on your resume is according to the job description. And if you don't spend the time to do that, you're not going to get successful, because they don't go by resume, one resume and by another resume. Today they have softwares that they just scan your resume, and if 8 to 90% of your resume is not matching with the job description, you are not going to get successful, and they are not going to read the resume. And unfortunately, I cannot do anything right now apart from trying to help you to tailor and make a resume good. And how can you do that? As I told you, don't just do, of course you need to have a basic resume that tailor your main skills and expertise, but it's important for you to make your resume according to each job description. If you want a job today, you need to spend some time preparing a good resume. And another way to find a job, enhance your LinkedIn profile. You know, make your LinkedIn good, because today a resume is just a piece of paper, and they are going through that at the first stage. But then if you go for the second one, they are going to check your LinkedIn to see who you are, what endorsement do you have, what kind of qualification do you have, if you have done any training course, that sometimes you cannot just add everything on your resume. Guys, I would just ask you if you can just like maybe your microphone. Some guys are with the microphone on at the moment, and it's just like some noise. If you could just to reduce, yes, it would be great. Okay, thank you so much. So, and what are my tips and ideas for you? You need to sell yourself. You know, don't think that, as I told you, just writing whatever that you are going to get a job. For example, when you do your summary, please just make sure that you are highlighting your expertise for those jobs. For example, if you are applying for retail right now, you can write, I'm a self-motivated employee with excellent communication skills. Guys, I'm just going to ask you again, some noise on the back from people, you know, if you could please just, you know, yeah, it would be great because I cannot talk and listen to too many noise on the back. Would that be possible? To everyone just not have any microphone on? That would be great. Okay. So, and you need to make sure that you are, I just lost my thoughts. So sorry. You are making your resume according to the job. For example, first thing, if you are applying for retail, if you are applying for manufacturing, make sure first, I'm a fit and strong employee. You know, if you are working for retail customer service, a professional with excellent communication skills with over 3 years experience dealing with sales, marketing, and people. You know, highlight your skills, make them to feel interested to go through your resume. Another point that I would say here in Australia, recruiters love about highlighting your leadership. You know, even if you never work as a leader before in any company or whatever, but if you have done any project at the university or like for the community, write your leadership skills. And then when you write your job, when you describe your work, put that. They wanted to see numbers. They wanted to see exactly what you have done. They just don't want to like work as a cleaner. All right, so for example, even work as a sales. How many sales did you achieve in the week? You know, write some like, for example, I increase a sales by 5% during a period of time of a month. They wanted to see achievements. That's why it's going to make your resume better, and it's what is going to make like you go for that. And what I wanted to show you here right now, I'll go through this website here. That is a good way for you guys probably to get some job. For example, you are telling me, Juliana, but the jobs that they have right now is, for example, as you told me, cleaner, manufacturing, or deliver. I never did those kind of work, and I don't know if I have the skills for that. If you go to the job outlook, this is from the government website, and you can start matching your skills for whatever job that you are doing at the moment. For example, I don't know, you know, supposing that you work as a waitress, you know, and then you work as a accounting. I don't know, like you put here waitress and you add, if you are, I'll just put here retail or retail assistant, whatever that you have done, and you add, and then you go next. A lot of, you know, information about the skills that you have, you come up, and then you can use those skills to apply for jobs and add that on your resume. It's not because you never work in some jobs that are in demand right now that you cannot get any job in this area. For example, you are going to provide them customer service, you are going to provide a sales and marketing. And if you wanted to see all these jobs that need the skills that you have as a waitress and retail, a lot of you come here, and then you can use those skills to probably add on your resume and apply for those jobs as well. Can you see? So it's a good way for you probably to try to play with this website for you to get an idea about skills that you never thought that you would have, because you think that just because you work in one single job, this is the way that you need to get a job, and it's not. You know, this website can help you a lot, and then you can find and add the skills that you have according to the jobs that are available right now. And what I would say to you, how you can find jobs today, you know, there are websites, as I told you from the graphical before. Today you can find a job related to like recruiters or on the website, and you can go to Seek, My Career, Career One, Joblinx, LinkedIn. You can talk to people, or you can just go and offer as well some label. You know, sometimes, for example, you can just say, look, give me a chance to show you. This is all I say to every student. And today, the competition, even when you were just an international student here in Australia, arriving in this country without no experience, if our staff today is the double or more than the double, because we are in a competition with CEOs, we are in a competition with managers that sometimes are looking for those kind of job as well, because they have bills to pay, because they have family. You know, and for this reason, if you wanted to get select at least for an interview, you need to make a resume good. There is no other way. That the first step is having a good resume. And Joblinx, that's what I wanted to focus and talk to you guys. I'm here for that. You know, even if you cannot come to uni, if you see some jobs on board, on Seek or whatever, you wanted to apply, you don't know how to make a resume according to this job, make appointment with Joblinx. I can do a Zoom meeting with you, or I can meet you in the office, and I can spend some time with you to make your resume according to this particular job for you to apply. Because today, unfortunately, the situation is tough. And Joblinx, normally we have a lot of contacts, you know, that I like. We've been helping students to find a job for a while here in Australia. But right now, those businesses, they don't need us, you know what I mean? Because they are receiving too many applications. And what you are trying to do is to make your application good for those jobs and probably send to them. And you can send as well for you to get opportunity at least for an interview. You know, don't just waste your time checking jobs online and just sending the same application. That's my point to you. You need to make a resume good for each job that you are applying. And here, for example, I just have a lot of links of jobs that are today. You know what I mean? Those companies here, they are looking for people. And if you go through their website, you are going to see a lot of applications right now, like Coles, Woolies, IGA, Telstra, Crisp and Cream, the good guys in our warehouse, 7-Eleven are looking for people at the moment to work in retail and casual works. The labor work as well in the greenhouse are looking for some people. And I also just wanted to show you that I just found that today. You know, I just clicked here on Seek today, and those business here, they are looking for casual and part-time, not a full-time job. For example, this AM Dock Hand, they are looking for, you know, casual people to work there and just work as a warehouse, doing general work, you know, cleaning. So this exit cleaning expert, they are looking for some people as a casual and vacational right now, you know. Another people they are looking for today is this Wiploy, you know, they are looking for a call center for casual and part-time. Another people that are looking for a warehouse, like pick and pack and loading, invoicing. They are looking for casual people as well. Crisp and Cream, as I spoke to you before, they are looking for casual people at the moment. Borden Express, looking for a customer service people at the moment. That's jobs that I saw today, you know, just in the morning before I was presenting this presentation to you guys. And there are jobs that you can apply. But yes, my point is you need to have a good resume. You need to make sure you read the job, highlight what they need here, and write exactly what they want on your resume. And that's the way. Here, I think like I have basic templates of resume, how you should at least do a resume. That's first of all, it's just your name, your email, and you write a little bit about yourself. As I told you, this is the target point that you are going to talk about your skills, how many experiences you have. There are the skills that you are going to highlight in regards to the job, and you are going to write your employment history and your education and your certificate. So there are different kinds of resume like this one here. So as long as your resume is tight, clean, consistent, and making sure that it's according to each job description, the chances are going to get better. And that's what I wanted to talk to you today. There are business, yes, there are. I showed you right now 5 just that I saw right now, but you need to make sure to have a good resume. And all these tips and ideas that I gave you today, I hope that you can use that. And if you don't know how to use that by yourself, make sure to contact me. You know what I mean? I'm here and like I'm happy to just to see you and like discuss about everything that we are just talking here right now. So it's pretty much that today, that what I wanted to talk to you here. And any questions? Question, Jacques. If you are going for a Skype interview, you are the same way as you were going, to the office, professional. Like you are not at home, you are going for an interview, regardless of if this interview is online or if is one-on-one in front of the person. You need to wear professional and like have your resume with you the same way that you are going for a office interview. So as I explained during the presentation, they are looking for the exactly skills and expertise that are in the job description. That's what they want. They wrote a job description with intention to have the people who has those skills in interview. And it's important for you to tailor your resume, according to the job description. And of course, of what employers want the most today is people with good personality, good communication skills. As I mentioned, the point before, leadership skills. And that's what they are looking for. But first of all, they don't know you as a person. They just have a piece of paper. And in this piece of paper, it's important for you to highlight, for you to sell yourself, for them to be interested to discuss about your achievements that you wrote on your resume, your skills that you have exactly for the job, and that's what they are looking for. Can we include all the different work experience in a single resume? Yes, but that's something that I would say, if the work experience is not so relevant for the job, if you have too many, I would say no, you can summarize that in a way that you can show your work experience, but not like detailing too much, the work experience. If the work experience is related specifically for the job that you are, I would leave explaining your achievements in terms of numbers, in terms of like what you have done through this job. But if it's other work experience that you can get something from the job that you are applying, so maybe you could just summarize that in a way that people can see your all the skills. What will be the internship scenario for students who are entering into the last trimester from July? Good question. So we still receiving applications for the internship, of course, you need to be eligible as a criteria, like GPA above 5, no misconduct at the university, no studying more than 3 subjects. Once you are eligible for all these criteria, you are going to talk to and sit with you to discuss about that. We cannot promise you that you are going to have an internship yet, but we are fighting that you are going to have, because we are in touch with different businesses that they are saying that they are going to start working again now in June and July. And as an internship, you must do that in an office, because as part of the internship is not just doing online work. It's important for you to understand Australia culture, for you to understand how is the workforce and the workplace here. So if you are interested to apply for the internship, just send your application to me or just to info@Joblinx, and we can talk by Zoom or here in the university about what areas do you want to do, if like you have the skills that the business are looking for, and then we are definitely going to try to place you as an internship. But at the worst scenario, if you cannot do an internship as a work for your last subject, you are going to do the other three options, that is the research or the practical research. But Joblinx is working harder for every single student who are eligible and match the criteria for the internship to be placed and get the chance to do an internship. We are just waiting at the end of the month when we know that business are going to reopen again, and then we can start sending students for interview and try to find an internship for you. Now, internship is when you are on your 5th trimester, you are going to apply. So everyone who is in the 5th trimester right now, so you can apply to do an internship in your final trimester. On your 4th trimester, if you want to gain some practical experience, you could apply for a work experience, or you could just have a conversation with us in Joblinx to discuss about what you are at the moment in terms of skills and expertise in your career. Because if you don't have yet every single skills that business are looking for at the moment, it probably would be great for you to start developing that right now, for your experience and your expertise be strong on your 5th trimester, for us to be able to send your resume for those business, and then you can guarantee and secure your internship in your final trimester. This is what I always said for the students. When we're talking about your career, don't just do that in your final trimester. We don't have a crystal ball. We are not magicians. And if you come here just asking for a job or an internship in your final trimester without preparing yourself for that, it's not me who are going to say no, because you need the business, the accounting, the IT, the marketing to give that. And they want someone with those specific skills. And it's up to you to start developing that before, for you to get an opportunity to demonstrate that to them. How do I stay calm in an interview? It's not easy, Even for example, me, if I need to go for an interview, even if I help you students, you feel a little bit, anxious because you don't know what to expect. But just be yourself, just be yourself. Don't try, a lot of people sometimes they like to meditate. Some people they just like to listen to some music. That is like, or sometimes, for example, what I do a lot here with students when they go for interviews for internship. Sometimes I go with them, because being there and supporting them, maybe then to feel calm. But if you are by yourself, just relax, and to break the ice, tell the business, at the beginning, and say, I'm just a little bit nervous, like, just, feel a little bit, uncomfortable, and they will understand. It's normal to feel nervous for the interview. And if you just come, try to be positive at the beginning, say to them, they probably will break the ice and make you feel more comfortable to not to feel so anxious when you are there. I wanted to work as account, but I only work at the customer service before. That's fine, but for you to work in account, we need probably to meet at Joblinx, and then we need to see if you have the skills that what these people need at the moment, and probably you could start as an internship or work experience. you know, before, for you to gain the understanding how is to working account, for you then start applying for jobs. It's a process, guys. You know what I wanted to understand, for you to get a job, even if you have a master degree, even if you have experience in your country, every single work or every single certificate, every single upgrade that you give to yourself as a professional is what is going to make you to get whatever that you want. So in this case, what I'm saying is I'm happy, you know, to meet you and see what you are at the moment, what is your goal. We can make a career plan in terms of how you can get a job and account. And you can. Like, I've been dealing with students in Joblinx for a while, and I helped a lot of students before had that never working account, and today they are working account, but because they professionalize themselves for that, and that's what everyone needs. Should my resume list my reference and the contact details? If your reference are from Australia, yes, I would write then, you know, because it's important for a business to know business that you work at here. But if it's just a personal reference, your uncle, like, or your mom, or some parents, or some from family that you have here, I would say that is not important. You know, if it's a professional reference from Australia, I would include that on your resume. Yes. Margaret, this is my first time and I'm still struggling to look for a part-time job. Margaret, this is what I just said from the beginning during the seminar, how we should, now the situation is very tough, you know, and it's important for you to tailor your resume according to some jobs that you are applying at the moment. And if you can apply all the advice that I just explained during the seminar right now, your chances can increase. But if you don't know how to do it as well, make appointment with Joblinx, because I can sit with you, you know what I mean, and help you at least with one job for you to understand what you need to do, and then later on you can start doing that on your own and apply for some other jobs, because it's tough. You know, you are in a competition not just with international students at the moment. You are in a competition, as I told you, with Australian citizens who lost the jobs as a full-time and they have family. And if right now you don't, that's the point that I've been talking since the beginning of this presentation. If you don't make your resume tailored to the job that you are applying for, your chances is zero. It's zero. No one is going to read your resume. Programs like graduate work experience. So if you wanted to do a CV, you need to do a professional resume. And I'm happy, you know, just to receive your professional resume, have a look, and then give you some ideas how you should improve that and make your resume good for a graduate work experience or some jobs relate to your career for you to gain this experience. I would say no more than 2 pages is a good resume, you know, for a professional resume. If you are just doing a resume, a basic resume for those kind of jobs right now, like cleaning, labor, a warehouse, 1 page, it's enough. But if you are doing a professional resume, no more than 3 pages. Depend on how many years experience you have. And even if you have too many years experience in your background, we can tailor that and make that short and just highlight exactly, you know, what you want at the moment as your resume to be good for the job application. I would say 200 to 250. It's a good word limit for a cover letter. A cover letter is just an introduction about yourself. It's where you highlight your achievements, you highlight what you are good at. It's like showing the business main points about what they are going to read on your resume. Yes, Joblinx is open on campus every day from Monday to Friday from 9 to 4. If you wanted to make an appointment here on campus, you can just go to Joblinx website and pick a date, or you can just email info@joblinx.com.au and we can make an appointment on campus or via Zoom. Doesn't matter, the service will be the same, and that's what is important for us. What skills should the students have to be employed in the hospitality industry? So customer service is the basic one. That's what, you know, business in hospitality want. People who can provide excellent customer service with positive attitude, you know what I mean, with a big smile on the face. And any keywords to highlight in the resume? Yes, as I told you, customer service, you know what I mean? For example, you can write taking orders, understanding about food and hygiene process. That's the kind of skills that you could write on your resume for hospitality. Should I add my university project to resume if I'm having? Yes, mainly if you wanted to apply as IT, you know, if you want to have any job in IT, sometimes you have never worked in IT, but if you can write what projects did you do here in the university, for example, in ICT1 or ICT2, and what was your role, what kind of language did you use to do this project, is extremely important. And not just in the university, guys, whatever project that you have done in life, it's important for you to highlight on your resume. I'm talking about IT right now specifically because in IT business wanted to see if you were beyond and above your degree, if you have wrote, you know, if you have developed a website on your own, what kind of project have you done, what kind of work you can prove to them, you know. What are the key components for a resume? So as I showed before as well, you need to have just your name, your mobile, and your email address. Then you will write in 3 lines your career profile, what you are good for this position. Then you write your skills and expertise that is related to the job that you are applying. Then you can write your work experience and your education. That's the main points that you can write on your resume. How far back should the job history on my resume? I would write the 5 more achievement, like for example, if you are writing about your responsibilities being, I don't know, IT or accounting or a waitress, you can write 5 bullet points explaining exactly, you know, what you have done. You know, for example, if you work as a sales, you can say selling, I don't know, uh, groceries, and during these sales, I increased 5% of the budget uh, in the business. You know, it's important whatever that you say in terms of your achievements and your responsibility, put numbers. For example, you work as a team leader, managing or coordinating a team of 5 people in a cafe, organizing 3 times a whole rosters and shifts for the business, something like that. So my point is here, I try to, as I say, just to demonstrate to you what you need to do today. And my point here today is follow my tips and ideas, because that's the way that you are going at least to get an opportunity for an interview. If you don't know how to do that yet, use Joblinx for help, and then we can help you. And any question that you have in regards to any job, as I told you, just email Joblinx, and then we can discuss that further. I hope that, you know, every single advice and tips and conversation that we had today at least open your mind a little bit. And if you need any further assistance, just contact Joblinx. All right? I hope that everyone have a good evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you guys.